Britain's historic houses chart the social, cultural, and political story of this ancient land. The collections held within their walls bring history to life. As a judge for this year's Historic Houses Collections Award, in partnership with fine art auction house Dreweatts, I'm visiting all 6 shortlisted houses, meeting the owners, curators, and conservators who work tirelessly to preserve these treasures for the future.
Today I am visiting the magnificent and flamboyant Waddesdon Manor in Buckinghamshire, and I'm here to view the extraordinary Rothschild collection, so I cannot wait to see the treasures inside.
Built in the later 19th century, Waddesdon Manor is the creation of Baron Ferdinand de Rothschild. Inspired by the chateau of the Loire Valley, this was a house for entertaining and to display Ferdinand's unique collections of 18th century British painting and French decorative arts.
Oh my goodness, this is exquisite.
This is the red drawing room, and we're essentially at the heart of the house. I think this room kind of tells you everything you need to know about the Rothschild style, or as it was sometimes called, Le Goût Rothschild, because it's very French influenced.
Right.
Because what you're seeing here is a really, really distinctive combination of English 18th century portraits. So you've got Gainsborough's and one Reynolds on the wall here, with French decorative arts and furniture.
Okay.
And that's something which the Rothschilds sort of pioneer almost as a kind of a style for interiors and collecting. The objects that you're seeing in this room are amongst the most extraordinary of their kind in the world. So, for example, the 2 incredible chests of drawers over there, they were made by the court furniture maker, the court eboniste, who is a man called Riesner. And both of those pieces were made for members of the French royal family and were in their private apartments in Versailles. And that was the kind of thing that Ferdinand just loved, you know, those stories, those connections.
Yes.
On the chests of drawers is some of our incredible collection of Sevres porcelain, which is another of our great glories, really.
Right.
And so these are some of the wonderful groups. They're called garnitures of vases.
Incredible.
They are glorious. It's quite a difficult collection to look after, in as much as it's got a lot of very light sensitive materials in it.
Right.
So the marquetry furniture, which fades, you know, the textiles. We look at this incredible carpet, which just happens to be one of the set of 92, which was woven for the Long Gallery at the Louvre for Louis XIV.
No.
So,
oh my goodness.
Another great story there.
Oh my goodness.
So, you know, making sure that we slow that period of deterioration as much as we possibly can is really important. One of the wonderful things about this collection is its richness and its variety. For example, we've got a wonderful collection of Dutch 17th century paintings in the morning room.
Okay.
Which again was kind of a Rothschild family passion. Both Ferdinand and his uncles adored Netherlandish art. It's really difficult actually to pick out a category, say, you know, come and see the Gainsboroughs because they're the best thing we've got.
Exactly.
Because they are amongst the best things that we've got, but there are so many aspects of this collection which are at that level, and the way it works is as a whole.
Right.
It's that total experience of walking into a room like this, and as you said when you came in, you just say, wow.
Yeah. The craftsmanship that went into these works of art is exquisite.
The people who made these things are a really vital route in, because you know, a lot of the furniture and the objects that are here were made for very elite people. You know, it's absolutely people who could afford this kind of art. And that in some respects I think is not very relatable to lots of our visitors. But actually the people who made them are, because you know they were the craftsmen, they were the workmen, they were making their living doing this stuff.
Yes.
And I think you know our collections really allow you to get a sense of the people behind the extraordinary objects.
After enjoying the delights of the interiors, Baron Ferdinand's guests were invited to tour the gardens and the aviary.
This interest, of course, in birds within the Rothschild family, it's everywhere, isn't it, here at Waddesdon?
Birds are definitely a big thing. Real birds are definitely a big thing. But they also seem to be ever present in the art collections in the house as well.
Okay.
Mia brought together the Rothschild passion for exotic birds and beautiful porcelain to create the Flights of Fancy exhibition, a celebration of the life and work of the 18th century painter Louis Denis Armand.
Yes. The Flights of Fancy.
Come in.
I've arrived. Oh my goodness. Explain a little bit more about maybe a couple of your sort of favorite objects here, because there's so much to see.
Yeah. The exhibition is basically a kind of chronological survey all the way around the room of Armand's work at Sevres, which began in 1743, and he was there until he retired in 1786, 87.
Okay.
And this tureen he was evidently really proud of, because he signs it actually on the porcelain rather than just marking it with his mark. A signature like that is pretty much unique on porcelain. This pair of objects have got a wonderful history. So the snuff box on the right is in our collection.
Okay.
And it shows Madame de Pompadour's pet birds. And this vase also shows Madame de Pompadour's cockatoo. After she died, her collection was sold, and this is the first time they've been together since 1764.
Oh, okay. That's my favorite as well.
Yeah. And then here are some more of Andy Singleton's wonderful paper birds.
I mean, these are absolutely beautiful. And it's just wonderful to see them dotted around the entire manor. How fantastic just to bring the exhibition to life as people are also, you know, walking through and visiting the manor themselves.
Absolutely, and to bird spot inside as well as outside.
Exactly, and speaking of bird spotting, I spot lots of birds
on
your dress. You're in keeping with this theme, aren't you?
Well, if in doubt, dress as your exhibition.